waters! I don't drink water. Interesting. I don't want to touch that. Hello, sir? May I talk to you for a moment?
Yes, but only for a few minutes. I am Constable Otto Van Pelt, and I'm in middle of serious investigation. Some very strange things have been happening around here lately.
Can you tell me about those weird events happening lately?
Yes. I got report from cottages nearby of two men who have been skulking around shoreline and along the road. Then we heard reports from all over of horrible screams that echo throughout the valley. So I was assigned to investigate, and about 100 yards down the shore I found, well, what appeared to be Baron Shroudy von Heefer's clothing. And it smelled awful. Noxious vapors were emanating from the clothes. It was quite a sight. And last night I discovered the coffin sitting on the shore with 2 oars in it. It is mighty strange. You'll have to pardon me, ma'am. I best be getting back to my investigation. I haven't much time before Luke Crane gets wind of it and muscles the case out from under me. He's always trying to be in the spotlight.
What are you doing with that boat?
Looking for clues. By the dirt residue I found in the coffin, it looks as though someone kept putting dirt in it, and then someone else kept dumping it out. Also, by impressions left behind, it looks like someone, a woman, judging by the shape of the imprint, slept here every night and had a bat for a companion.
How do you know that?
By the smell. Bats have a distinctive odor that is hard to wash out.
Tell me about it.
Yes. Bats are popular pets in Draxylvania for some reason, though I personally think they're bad luck.
Why's that?
Because anyone who adopts one seems to come down with spontaneous anemia right away. Plus, bats are not loyal pets. As soon as their owners die of this anemia, they fly away and find another family. But in Draxylvania, you get used to these things.
What else can you deduce from looking at the coffin?
Well, the woman who slept here wore black and purple, judging from the fibers I found, and had black hair. And the coffin owner's name was written on a tag on the inside of the lid, a Mona de Lafitte. Sounds like a French name. I think popular in the south of France, near Calais. Where are you from, may I ask?
Calais? That's not in the south.
Shh, idiot.
Oh, right.
Where?
Belgium.
Where?
Belgium.
Quebec.
Well, which is it, Quebec or Belgium?
Belgium, Quebec. A small colony of Belgians, just east of Montreal.
And I didn't get your name.
Lona Fay de Feet.
Donna lay my feet.
No, I mean come again.
Fona May.
Whitney, Darklake. My name is Whitney Darklake of the, Belgium, Quebec Dark Lakes. Pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you too. Well, if you see any tall French women about with a bat as pet, let me know so I can ask her a few questions, okay?
He's gotta be putting us on.
Shh! Yes, Constable, I certainly will. Can you tell me about the nearest towns?
Well, there is Vlad's Landing down the road behind you, and beyond that near the border is the quaint village of Gothard Falls. Up the river are the towns of Ravenhaven, Howling Oaks, Battsburg, and the new retirement community of Scarlet Meadows.
Tell me about Vlad's Landing.
Yes, it's a hilly town located just down the road there, and serves as a hub of commerce for Lake Varg. The Draxylvania Tourist Board, a powerful entity in these parts, almost got Burgermeister to change the town name.
To what?
Super Happy Funville. The board thought it might increase tourism. I like the runner-up name myself.
Let me guess. Autotopia?
No, but I like that. No, the runner-up name was Don't Swim in the Water, the Lake Monster Will Get You-ville. In the end, all parties agreed to leave as is. It was for the best.
Tell me about Garford Falls.
It's just the cutest little town, built on a bridge overlooking the falls. Quite spectacular. But the local baron appointed the most corrupt skirt chaser as Burgermeister, Wilhelm Vinten. Ugh. They say he has charisma and can make deals better than anyone. Villagers seem to like him, but no woman is free from his tentacles for long. I sure hope the recall campaign succeeds.
If he is a good leader, why do you hate him so much? Oh my! I think I asked the wrong thing. Are you okay?
No, he's fine. It was long time ago. High school. And I had
No,
Stop him.
that's okay.
this crush on any time at all. She had beautiful braids and long blonde hair. She smelled so good.
Oh Lord! So we have to go now
And then he came along with his sweet-talking ways and mesmerizing stares.
Do something.
oh my! I feel faint. Yeah, that's it. I'm passing out. I'm going to be sick.
Not far from the truth.
Really? Do you need a doctor?
No. Suddenly I feel a lot better. Tell me about the retirement community of Scarlet Meadows.
Oh, that is a strange place. It used to be the castle of Maud the Impaler, but then the Ghoulish Society took it over, renovated it, and opened it up as a retirement community for Draxylvania nobility, huh? They have golf course, geyser-heated pools, and everything. Thing is, they only like to golf at night, and the retirees really don't look that old. But I hear the place is very, very nice, and the healthcare is great. No one gets sick.
Can you tell me about the graveyard down the road?
The Draxylvania graveyard and picnic grounds? Another bright idea by the tourist board. They thought by throwing in some tables, swings, and grills, tourists would flock there by the droves to eat corn on the cob while sitting on top of great-grandmother.
And they didn't?
Actually, they did, but only at night for some reason. Moonlight picnics are all the rage this year.
Have you seen two men rowing out on the lake?
I think I saw some men in a boat not too long ago fighting with the lake monster. I thought I saw them throw vials of water at it that caused the monster to sink. Then they rowed up to the Baron's castle. Must be guests. When the Baroness was alive, they had guests all the time. Never saw any of them leave, though. Oh well.
Who do you suppose those two men were?
Well, a woodsman who reported seeing them said they were acting funny, like they were up to something. And they had lots of strange sorts of equipment, each with a symbol of an eye in the middle of a pentagram. I think they might have been meteorologists or lawyers.
I'm out of questions for now.
Okay, back to my investigation.
I went back to get it, but we were too late. Constable Otto was there.
I guess it's time that you had this. Vampires for Dummkopf. It has everything a budding vampire like you needs. Read it and learn it all. It tells everything you need to know about your new vampire powers, as well as your many vampire restrictions. It has rules, flowcharts, pie recipes, and good advice for vampires of all types.
Thank you, Madame Sturgoy.
Back to being a vampire. With some time in practice, you'll slowly gain new vampire powers, especially now that Shroudy is no longer your master. You don't have to read it cover to cover, but you may want to use it from time to time if you two encounter difficulties during your journey. As a member of the undead, you are required to return to your grave every night
My grave. But seriously, I know, off on a side, I'm really not dead.
No, Mona. It says right here, when bitten and drained by a vampire, then fed some of the vampire's own blood, the victim becomes technically and legally dead in most countries, except Nevada, where death can be annulled within 24 hours.
Grave dirt. Fine, I'll get right on it.
It is not your grave per se, but you have to sleep in the coffin filled with dirt from your grave every day. That is how it works. You did bring that grave dirt with you when you escaped the castle, right?
Not exactly. I, sort of dumped it out.
I'm afraid you're going to have to go back to the castle and retrieve it.
Back to the castle?
Castle?
Shush now! Something's coming in! Oh, great spirit of the ball, show me Sector 12!
Madame Sturgoy, Who are they?
Vampire hunters, Monsieur Calvin and Belcou, his apprentice. Oh, why on earth did Sign send them instead of Abraham? Ugh, God only knows. Oh, well, they are vampire hunters from a religious brotherhood. You can thank them for staking Baron Shroudy von Kiefer to death back by the lake. They want to stake you, too. They will not likely rest until your undead heart stops beating in your undead chest, after which time you will be 100% dead. Look, if you do not find more grave dirt before sunrise, you will not be able to return to your coffin, and I already explained how important that is. Try the Drexylvania Cemetery and Picnic Grounds for a start. It's just down the road past the Lakeshore. You can't miss it.
What you're saying is that if we're ever going to make it to Paris, before we can leave, we must get Mona's coffin, then replenish our supply of Mona's grave dirt, and we're done?
Once you have the grave dirt and your coffin, you will need a wagon to carry it all and a horse to pull it. I think you can borrow the wagon from the cemetery caretaker, and I just so happen to have a line on a horse for sale in the local town of Ladd's Landing, just up the road from here. I grabbed this flyer while I was there. I don't have any extra money, so you'll have to work something out with the owners.
Borrow wagon from the caretaker, work something out with the owner of the horse, get coffin and grave dirt, check.
Luckily for you, I know some Turkish smugglers in Puerto Varda. They owe me a few favors from back in the old days. I got them to agree to take you on their ship, the Demeanor, a large tramp freighter bound for France. They are scheduled to leave the docks just before dawn. They will not wait for you, so you must find everything you need as quickly as possible.
Grave dirt, coffin, horse, and wagon. Got it. Nothing else, right?
Well, come to think of it, you should really get an insane daytime guardian before you travel long distances, just to be safe.
What?
Not another thing to get. This is too much. And why exactly does he have to be insane?
Yeah, at best it sounds a little unwise to travel with nutcases, especially over long distances.
Come on, think about it, you two. All vampires must find a mortal living human to guard over them during the day, in case the righteous brothers or their brethren discover your coffin and decide to stake you in your pajamas. An insane guardian simply works the best. For one thing, they are more easily controlled. 2, they get less grossed out by the sight of blood and corpses. And 3, I forget 3. Just trust me. They are essential to have for any sun-fearing vampire. But forget it. Never mind, we are short on time. You can worry about the insane daytime guardians when you get to Paris.
Let's go already. We have a long night and a lot to do.
Thank you so much for your help.
My pleasure, child. I will do whatever I can to help you along your perilous journey.